Good afternoon and welcome once again to the Don Valley Stadium, where today's visitors are Bradford Northern, looking to go top of the First Division if they get 2 points here today, and the Eagles looking to establish a top 8 spot. Just unfortunate last week, just slipped out of the points with that late penalty at Castleford, a disappointing result. So they'll be looking to set Bradford back today. Beautiful winter's afternoon, sun shining, field nice and firm, players in both clubs in nice bright strips, easily identifiable. I have with me today Malcolm Lane, my counterpart from Bradford Northern. Welcome, Malcolm.
Thanks, Mike. And quite a while since we saw you at Bradford, but we've gone through many happy times together, and let's hope we have a good match this afternoon here at the Don Valley.
Yeah, well, if it's anything at all like the match at Odsal earlier on in the season, which was an outstanding match which will live in the memory, if it's anything like that, it will do.
Yeah, I think that was one of the matches of the season, and of course Paul Newlove on song on Wednesday night. He was on song in that match up at Odsal when he got that interception try that turned the game and put Sheffield on the heels a little bit, and Bradford coming back.
So, as I mentioned on that day, one of the a good game plan would be to shoot Paul Newlove, but you're not allowed to do that. And of course, he's a quality player, showing his true class with a great side. We'll just run through the teams for you quickly. Sheffield have at fullback Gamson, on the wings Stott and Plange, in the centres Price and Fraisse, half-backs Powell and Aston, front row Thompson, Jackson and Grimaud. The back three, Carr, Maguire and Farrell, and replacements today for the Eagles, Sheridan and Hughes. And Bradford have at full-back Watson, on the wings Summers and Kebby, in the centres Shelford and Newlove, the back half-backs Heron and Fox, front row Gratian, Clark and Hamer, that's Paul Gratian of course, son of Jeff, and the back three Hamer, Powell and Dixon. Front row Gratian, Clark and Hamer, the back three Powell, Dixon and Fairbank. And on the bench today for Bradford, Simpson and Greenwood. And today's official is Mr. Colin Morris. So Bradford have won the toss and have chosen to play into the sun, which is not a good option, because by the time half-time comes round, Malcolm, the sun will have gone down. Yeah, it's a deceptive stadium here at Don Valley, and as you say, that sun dipping behind that hill, but strange decision there, but we'll see what happens. So the Eagles playing with the advantage of the sun, of a low sun into Bradford's eyes, and something of a breeze blowing in their favour, which is the prevailing wind here at the Don Valley. So Bradford with the first set. Clark works the ball over the quarter, makes heavy defence from Maguire and Farrell. Hamer seems to put a bit of weight on John, upended then by Paul Carr, and Fox will go to the boot, puts the ball deep. Gamson lays it steady, comes up, and Newland makes the first tackle. So the Eagles with the first set. Aston wearing a head guard, had a head wound last week of course. This is Powell, gets Maguire away. This is Powell again, found a hole, some slack defence then from Bradford. Marker defence went missing, this time Jackson finds plenty of space, puts one eye, that's anybody's. Kebby takes it on the full, but it goes down. Fraisse doesn't pick up, Watson regathers, and he's dragged down. Well, a good start then for the Eagles, a good set.
Yeah, a good set of 6 there, and one of the things that I know Peter Fox has been working on is, we saw it there in a couple of the play of the balls. Bradford a little bit lax at the mark around the ball, and Sheffield making good inroads into the Bradford half. And
in Lee Jackson, Sheffield have one of the best poachers of that 10 and 15 metres.
Yeah, obviously Lee coming from Hull and doing a good job here at Sheffield, and Bradford need to keep an eye on him this afternoon, Mick.
So Bradford with the second set. Fox just turns one into Clark, who's tackled by Farrell, last tackle. Ball goes to Fox again, and he puts it deeper this time. time. Gamson will have to run almost from his own line and just makes it out to the 10. Richard Price, nice step, nice work. Those are the tough yards. Just to pinch that extra 10 from that position. Just takes the weight off your forwards. Paul Carr gets one away, back to Price. Price keeps going. And the Eagles have come to the 40. Just in 3 tackles. Alex Thompson with his first touch. Had a great game at Bradford. We'll remember that game. Aston this time toes one over deep into the corner. It will roll into touch. 8 metres from the flag, and that'll be a 10-metre scrum. So again, another good set of 6 from the Eagles. Good progress right from their own line.
Yeah, strange decision, Bradford playing into the sun, and looking at the flag down on the bottom corner there, it's in Eagles' favour, and Peter Fox on the pitch before the game thought the wind was the other way, so probably that's why Derek Fox opted to play that way.
So Fox feeds ball to David Eden. Must be one of the oldest standoffs in the First Division. I say that with no disrespect whatsoever. I have a world of lot of respect for David Eden. This is Shelford, upended by Paul Carr. Hamer now. No, it's Fairbank. Lot of match winners. Bradford Northern. This is Eden. Will look to get the ball off. Turns a late ball to Gratian. Paul Gratian with the ball. That's Dixon. So here we go, this is Fox. This one up the middle, not into the corner. Oh well, Gamson then dicing with death. Trying to catch Fox offside, didn't realise that Fox had chased his own kick. And nearly made him a looks of that. Mark Gamson, in the meantime, Fraisse comes away. Fraise's away, got plunge. Sir leg races on. What can Watson do? Plunge inside, oh, Jackson in perfect position. Let's play on, says Mr. Morris. No, it rolls a knock on now, no advantage. Well exposed then on the flank with Bradford.
Yeah, nice break there by David Fraisse, and just a bit of that last pass went to ground, but this there again is what happened at Odds earlier in the season, and Sheffield got on top in that first 20. Obviously taking the game to Bradford, but Bradford just needed to tighten the defence up a little bit.
It's a shame that Lee Jackson couldn't take that, and again Lee Jackson showing how astute he is at reading the situation and getting to the right place. It's not just a matter of running, not just a matter of backing up. You have to make judgments. And Lee Jackson was the best in the game, and that's Gal Fairbank, one of the best in the game at breaking the line. Trevor Clark pinches 10. Good work from Clark. Well, this game's opening up. Looks like it's going to be another cracker. It's Paul Gratian. Just makes it almost to the Eagles 40 line. Last tackle. Fox under pressure. Oh, that will be an infringement. That will be a turnover. Well, oh, he's just realised the linesman. Well, Mr. Morris then guilty of a lapse of memory.
Yeah, one of the things about Colin Morris, we've had him a couple of times this season, and he seems to play to the rule, but forgets a little bit. But that was a terrific hit there by John Hamer to Carl Fairbank, it was, that just halted the progress there of Sheffield.
One of the strongest men in the game, Carl Fairbank. And here goes the ball. Powell trying to get Gamson running, eventually tackled by Shelford. Aston onto Thompson. Thompson makes it to Bradford's quarter line, last tackle. Aston this time Puts one up. This is a teaser. Everybody's onside. Farrell has got a chance. Oh, well. One or two Bradford players then standing and looking rather than going and jumping.
Yeah, I think one of the problems there, the ball came down. Dave Watson looked to be going to take it on the full behind his own post, but the ball just catching the post and Farrell coming in quick as Roy Powell takes the good drive. But Powell's been playing well this last 2 or 3 weeks, and Bradford now need to move into the Eagles' half of the field.
Yeah, Powell found a new lease of life since he moved to Bradford. Seemed to play with a lot more expression and freedom.
Yeah, definitely. I think Peter Fox has let him play his natural game, which seemed to be a little bit subdued at Leeds. And Roy, not a renowned passer of the ball, but has been offloading the ball in a certain amount of tackles.
So, Bradford looking to work the way into Eagles. That's a good ball from Gresham. And it did look a touch forward. It seems to be a point of controversy in the last few weeks about referees awarding forward passes. Powell turns Gamson inside. Gamson makes it over the halfway line. Aston again will bring Farrell running. Oh, he uses him as a foil. Beautiful ball to Fraisse. Fraisse in the hole. Can he link in? Just couldn't get a pass off. Well, the Eagles exposing that right-hand flank of Bradford Northern's. Seem to have plenty of space there. This is Paul Carr. Almost to Bradford's 10-metre line. Jackson now tries to turn Thompson in, but doesn't connect with the pass. Maguire gets one away. Powell to Fraisse, 2-on-1. Fraisse will go! What a try! Fraisse has been threatening that, and that right-hand flank has definitely looked a bit brittle. Malcolm, sorry.
Yeah, good work there by Jackson around that little bit scrappy play, but Eagles whipping the ball out well there, and they got the overlap. Daryl Shelford a little bit out of position in the centre, had to come back and do a tackle, and David Fraisse doing well there and opening the score for Eagles.
As an Eagles fan, I can only hope the score's the same at half-time. And Peter has to make some adjustments. Got a long way to go yet. This is Richard Price working the ball away. Good yardage up the middle of the ruck. Anthony Farrell stepping, handing off, finds a hole, gets one to Lee Jackson, but just having a cup of tea then with Lee Jackson. Wasn't the most difficult ball to take. So for the first time, Featherstone with a good position. This is Fox, will bring Fairbank running. Fairbank hits the line, good tackle from Lee Jackson underneath. Fox now, this time to Powell. Powell will go forward. He gets to within 10 metres, just in front of the post. Fox will be dropping Fairbank in now. Hands on to Watson. Watson hits and spins, makes some more yards, gets a pass. Terrific work from David Watson. Bradford a metre from the line. Crash from Dixon. Dixon offloads to Gresham. Gresham to Fox. Fox looking to get the ball away, but Linton Stock tracks the ball. Excellent work, Linton Stock. Terrific play from Bradford. Well, this is going to be a non-stop game, Malcolm.
Yeah, I think one of the problems there, Bradford moved the ball out wide, but as you noticed, Paul Newell lost his boot in that last tackle, and there was a centre short there that could have been a try for Bradford, but all credit to Sheffield, they kept holding out there.
To Jackson, this time goes to the boot, puts the long one in, and it's a good kick. Watson, plenty of red traffic in front of him, and that was almost 6 points. That was almost 6 points. Well, I did say at Bradford earlier in the first half that David Watson goes from one extreme to the other.
Yes, he certainly does, and Watto there seemed a little bit complacent as he went back from that ball, the way he set off, and nearly an interception to try to loose McKebby. But this is Bradford's 4th match in 14 days, but still no excuse for professionals, as Kebby coming in off the wing there, just helping out as the forwards come out of the pack.
But I had to eat my words, of course, at Odsal, because he went from the ridiculous to the sublime with David Watson in the second half.
That's right. Watto is one of these sort of players. He can turn it on week in, week out. He's been a little bit quiet this last 2 or 3 weeks, but last Sunday against Oldham and on Wednesday night at Norton Park over at Widnes, had 2 terrific games from broken play. That's Dave Watson's game.
Yeah. So here we go. Sheffield pinned for offside then. Bradford. This is Dixon coming back on the angle. Gets one to Clark. Clark has men. Tackled by his opposite number, Jackson. It's a Gratian. Gratian again. This is Fox working the cross move, brings Dixon in. Dixon throws a wild one to Summers. Summers steps, and David Flange has a... So, Gamson running the ball away. And while we've been talking, unfortunately for the Eagles, Daryl Powell has been suffering from an Achilles tendon strain. Had to leave the field. Young Ryan Sheridan's come on. So the Eagles will miss Daryl Powell. And that may mean that Daryl doesn't make the World Sevens in a couple of weeks' time. Maguire keeping the ball alive, gets the ball to Jackson. Jackson to Farrell. Farrell steps, finds the hole, keeps going. David Adam could have been penalised then for eye contact. Here goes. Oh my word! That was a pick up away from 4 points, Malcolm.
Certainly was. Just unfortunate there that he couldn't pick that ball up. Once again, just exposed Bradford a little bit around that play of the ball. And Paul Newlove there losing the ball. So Sheffield back on the attack. It's Price going inside, but Roy Powell just halts things down. Bradford need to regroup now and just put the defence back in order.
Aston to Maguire to Gamson. And the Eagles asking questions of this Northern defence, moving the ball with good purpose. Jackson now. Jackson again from Carr. And forward pass, says Mr. Morris. And again, another close call.
Yeah, Sheffield have come out, and obviously they're taking the game to Bradford, and Bradford not really got into the stride yet. We've been playing one-man rugby up the middle. There was a nice little break about 3 or 4 minutes ago, but we've seen nothing really of Dave Heron, Heron on the ball now. Been playing well at standoff, as you said earlier on, Mick. One of the oldest standoffs on the park, but he's still got legs of a 21-year-old.
So again, Bradford rooking the ball away. This is Shelford making good ground. Oh, good secondary effort from Daryl Shelford. Then hit the line, hit the tacklers, but kept pounding away with the legs. Hamer, good tackle underneath from Alex Thompson. Well, that should have been a penalty. Alex Thompson had a second bite of the cherry. This is Watson. Finds Clark. Clark turns Shelford inside. Shelford makes it just over the halfway line. Fox with Gratian. Gets the ball off. Back to Fox and on to Dixon. This is Watson. Dixon again picks it up. Lot of lateral movement. Lot of lateral movement in that. than that bit of play.
Yeah, Bradford trying just a little bit too much there. Trevor Clark not expecting that ball, but well released by Paul Dixon to try and prize a hole in the Sheffield defence, but the weather in the storm at the moment.
That little combination slips off the tongue easily when you say Fox to Gratian, Gratian to Fox, because Derek, of course, played 2 or 3 seasons at Bradford with Paul's father, Jeff, and they did combine well together.
Yeah, certainly did. You know, Derek's one of these players that he can bring the forwards on running, and this is where Bradford are missing out today. The forwards are just not penetrating and punching holes in the defence.
So Grimaldi with the ball. Maguire on the short side again, hits the line. In top form today, Bruce Maguire. Fraisse to Farrell. Mark Aston. Richard Price turns. That was Ryan Sheridan turning Price inside. And that's... Well, I would dispute that with Mr. Morris. That was no attempt at a tackle. He just reached out. He just reached out and played the ball.
That's right, it looked like it to me, but...
If you read the laws, you can take the ball as long as you're not attempting to tackle the man.
I think you're correct there, Mick. So a black mark against Colin Morris today, but obviously an easy further 2 points for Eagles, right slap bang in front of the post.
Really do annoy me. I mean, it's been a terrific game so far, some wonderful defence from both sides, and Eagles moving the ball with great purpose, and you know, 2 points shouldn't be awarded for an inconsequential action like that.
No, and I think this is a big bone of contention with a lot of rugby league supporters and players alike this year, is the inconsistency, unfortunately, of the referee. But there we go, 2 points to the Eagles from that.
So, the Eagles, 23 minutes gone, go 6 points in front. Well, I had a smell of the game this half so far. I mean, 23 minutes gone, Malcolm, and Northern haven't had a smell, really. They've just been at once onto Eagles' line.
Yeah, not really mounted any serious attacks, and, you know, OK, providing Northern can keep this scoreline down, let's hope that Northern can come good in that second half, because it's imperative that they get those 2 points today to stop in contention at the top of the league with Wigan.
Not that I'm writing Northern off in it anyway whatsoever. It's a long time is an hour to play in rugby league. In the meantime, Bruce Maguire again hitting that short side. He's made the break, he's threatened so often. He gets the ball over to Plange, he had Fraisse with him. Plange comes inside. Good chase back from Roy Powell. Excellent defence. Easy to speak from here, but Bruce Maguire may have been better picking David Fraisse up. This is Thompson driving almost to Bradford's 10-metre line. This is Aston, will throw the long pass to Fraisse. He's going in again. He's got to... Oh, what a try! Mark Gamson, what a pass from David Fraisse. Well, David Fraisse has looked outstanding today.
Yeah, he's certainly opened Bradford up on that far side, Mick, and yeah, OK, Sheffield having the rub of the green there. The pass to Gamson looked as though it was on the floor, but doing all credit to Mark Gamson, who collected that ball and fell over the line. So Bradford with a big uphill task now, but there again, OK, this has happened a lot. But yeah, all credit to Sheffield and the City Council for putting a good pitch together, and I know there was a soccer match on this yesterday. We've had the kids on it, but what a super surface to play rugby league on.
It certainly is. It's one of the best surfaces in the rugby league. It ranks along with Wigan and Headingley and St Helens as, you know, as one of the top fields to play on. It's never in bad condition. So Bradford making a change. Simpson comes on. Watson goes up to stand off. Well, I had a feeling that was going to happen. And David Eden goes for a Woodbine. Oh, dearie me. Paul Carr and Mark Gamson go to the back of the class. That's totally unprofessional. There was no pace on that ball. Well, it's things like that that turn a game when you've been on top so long and you just allow the ball to roll into dead.
Yeah, well, that's obviously giving Bradford another set of 6, and not a particularly good drop out there. The ball bobbling about, but picked up by Neil Summers, and Summers got the strength there, making good yardage back. But interesting to see Roger Simpson coming back on. Roger been out with a broken arm and been on a substitute in the last couple of games, but first touch of the ball there, and he gets a good hit. That will waken Roger up and give him more determination. Trevor Clark goes from the acting half back, but the tackler's in once again on Clark to halt the progress. Roy Powell in an acting half-back to Derek Fox. Fox looking to bring the runners on. It's Paul Dixon up to the 22, but Dixon grounded as Northern come again with Watson. Watson stepping. Watson got the support there. The ball laid back as Newlove. Should be a try for Bradford this, but well, a good tackling by Sheffield. It was open on that far side. Bradford working the short side. Newlove selling the dummy, but Newlove dropping the ball there, so chance gone begging once again for Bradford, Mick.
Good defence from the Eagles, good travelling defence, and Anthony Farrell played a prominent part in that. And a penalty. I don't know what for. It's a long way away, can't have been for offside. For talking, well, I don't see how you can give somebody 20 metres for talking. Surely has to be on the line of scrimmage. What happens if the full-back talks? Do you go right back to the full-back?
I don't know, but Colin Morris, yeah, one or two strange decisions so far, but Sheffield obviously got the tails up now and driving that ball. That was a good penalty kick, even though it was a bit dubious, but Sheffield really got the tails up and driving at Bradford now.
So, again, the Eagles in good field position. Sheridan working the ball. It's not a good pass. Mark Gamson does the housework and tidies the ball up. Mark Aston just takes the tackle. Lee Jackson toes one over. It'll be all on. And it's knock on. And again, I feel a little bit of sympathy for Bradford. I'm not sure that ball was knocked forward. But we'll give Mr. Morris the benefit of the doubt. From where he was standing, it could have looked like a knock-on.
Yeah, but looking from our position there, Newlove attempted to go for the ball. Derek Fox, who got it, surely to me, that was offside.
If any decision could be made, perhaps so. Price just ducks inside. Watson. Farrell, getting stronger and stronger as the seasons go along, Anthony Farrell. One wonders how long he'll be before he plays representative football. Maguire feeds Fraisse. That's play on, no question of a knock on. Aston's will dummy. Oh, Mark Aston had a chance to run. Paul Carr will go for the line. Scored at Bradford, of course. This time he's forced back. Last tackle. Bradford under pressure. Oh, Derek Fox takes that. Picks up, gets through few tacklers. Top work, top effort from Derek Fox. Relieves Bradford of some real pressure. This is Newlove. He's tackled by Grimaldi. So Bradford with a bit of a breakout here. This is Dixon carrying on the roll. Good tackle, Alex Thompson. High tackle, but no eye contact of the head. This is Powell. Well, top effort from the Bradford Northern forwards there. They've been under tremendous pressure. They must be tired, but they've got a terrific roll on then and brought the ball upfield. It's Kebby. He's eventually tackled by Stock. Stock almost let Kebby get inside him. Fox. What will he do? Toes it over. That's a good kick. That's anybody's ball. And it looks like Bradford have come up with it. Well, Mark Aston had a bite of it first and has eventually come up with the ball. Richard Price just takes the tackle. Well, this is non-stop, Malcolm.
That was a better set of 6 by Bradford. The forwards were driving in, taking the ball up, and just unfortunate there, that little chip over the top, a melee of players, and Mark Aston just getting hand to it before Brian McKebby got there.
So from one set of 6 with Mark Jackson putting a kick on right on Bradford's line, Bradford came right up, made a threat.
That's right, and back to the other end of the park. So, in for a good afternoon, Mick, here at the Don Valley.
There's no better entertainment in the world of sport than a good game of First Division Rugby League. And this is certainly what this is. Mark Aston puts the ball down. Simpson, this is another game breaker. You have to watch him. Bags of pace, can step. Is quick and shows it again. Good tackle from Linton Stop. This is Kebby. Man must be watched. Well worked. Alex Thompson then working well in the ruck. Paul Gratian takes a long pass from Derek Fox. It's not the best pass. Shelford basketballs it to Watson, to Fairbank. Well, Bradford putting everything in. Fairbank to Kebby. Good defence from the Eagles, but having to scramble. Bradford throwing caution to the wind. So early in the game, we're not even to the half-time yet. Fox puts one eye. Mark Aston's underneath the... Oh, that's obstruction. That's got to be enough. That has to be 10 minutes in the bin from Carl Fairbank. Oh, well, that's...
I think a little bit of play acting there. Carl was well forward, but there didn't seem to be much contact there as Carl, they both clashed with the players. All right, the Sheffield people baying a little bit, and...
the point is, Malcolm, that it was a predetermined... He knew exactly what he was doing, Carl Fairbank, and he took the man out vigorously. You know, he played the game, he took the odds, and it didn't come off. Yeah, had it been a Sheffield player, I should have said that deserves 10 minutes in the sin bin.
Yeah, but the player's back on his feet, Mick, very, very quickly. So
I'm not talking about the injury, I'm talking about the fact that he stopped the game.
Yeah, all right, halting the game, but then again, Sheffield coming back into it now, and the crowd getting behind, and that's good running by Sheffield.
So, while we're talking, Sheffield have brought the ball right back down into Bradford territory. Mark Aston, dummies, eventually gets it to Sheridan. Sheridan gets one to Fraisse, has got space again. Fraisse has got space again. Fraisse is going under the post. Oh, what an afternoon this man is having. What an afternoon that man is having.
Yeah, superb break there, and this big toe sent to David Fraisse. As you said, Mick, having a superb afternoon. All the three tries of Sheffield, that man's been in on it, and obviously Daniel Shelford not picking him up on that far side, coming inside and getting a good try under the post.
And all credit to Ryan Sheridan. Ryan Sheridan kept alive there. He's not a big fella, but you know, he rides tackles very well. He's a star of the future. He played very well at Bradford earlier on in the season in the first fixture. And he's had some excellent games this year, and I don't know if you see much of him, Malcolm, but he's certainly got a lot of class.
Yeah, it seems to have, all right, coming on a substitution, but yeah, 3-4 Bradford players round him there, and Sheridan managing to lose the ball, get it out in the tackle, and David Fraisse, man of the match for me in this first half. And
he made the switch of bringing Watson up to stand off. So we just wonder what Peter's got left in his bag of tricks at half-time if he does make any changes.
I don't know, and yeah, looking at the Sheffield history against Bradford Northern, Don Valley, not an easy place for Bradford to come to. We've got out of jail once or twice here. We got out of jail at Oddsler early on in the season. I really can't see it happening at the moment this afternoon.
Well, I wouldn't write Bradford off yet. It's a long way to go. They've too many class players. And of course, when you get 18-0 up, what it does, it means that the team that are losing by that greater margin have no options but to keep the ball moving. It sort of gives them a freedom.
Well, yeah, I suppose a little bit of freedom, but Peter Fox has one that I know what will be said in that dressing room at half-time, and you know, it'll really put pressure on the players. As Roger Simpson there, nearly a little bit complacent, did sort of like a ballet dance down the touchline. The touch judge there, there's one or two people saying he had a boot in touch, but touch judge on the spot there as Kebby looks to bring the ball away, and with one or two forwards ambling back there, and Bradford need to get the game into gear. And referee giving a penalty for Bradford Northern for an offside there, so that'll relieve a little bit of pressure for the two players not standing square there at the play of the ball, but Bradford being their own worst enemies in this opening 35 minutes.
So, just 3 minutes away now from half-time. John Hamer hits one in. The Eagles will have at the back of their minds, Paul Gratian, difficult man to put down. He's set square, this Paul Gratian. He took a big hit then from Bruce Maguire, but rode it very easily. There's not many players do that in the rugby league. It's just Roy Powell making good yards. Fox now, deep pass to Watson. Watson with a bit of space. Steps comes in, picks up Fairbank. Fairbank hits the line, gets a pass off to Newlove. Oh, excellent play. The Eagles got to keep Bradford out. Watson again, looking across, turns. Roger Simpson inside, Rip Simpson, rising high challenge. Gets to the 10-metre line, just in front of the posts. Fox again. Hits one over to Dixon. Dixon throws a speculator, and Summers comes up with it. And that's the last tackle. Good scrambling defence again from the Eagles. Excellent progress from Bradford Northern.
Yeah, Bradford there again, little purple patch. Started to make inroads, but just that final pass that would have prized the hole in defence, and Neil Summers thought a touch unlucky there as that ball went over the top. Looked as though it touched a Sheffield player, but referee, he's the man, said hand over. So Eagles back on the ball and a chance to drive out of their own 22.
So Aston this time going to the boots, puts it deep. Simpson, plenty of space to run, everybody on side. Fraisse comes in, makes the first challenge. Farrell and Maguire come in with the assist. So Bradford having to ruck the ball away again. Summers comes in and gives his forwards a breather. He's tackled by Lee Jackson. There's just a minute away now from half-time. Paul Gratian makes another big run. I'm sorry, that was John Hamer. This is Fox, looking to dummy. The Eagles, of course, took a big lead early on at Odsall, but let Newlove pinch an interception try, and then Paul Dixon scramble over under the posts. Oh, offside again, the Eagles this time. Mr. Morris picking Fraisse out, wide out. So Northern not kicking at goal. Watson feeds Summers. Summers gets over. No, it's Clark. Excellent support from Clark. Excellent pass from... nice piece of improvisation from Watson.
Yeah, I think that's what Bradford needed there, Mick, as we're coming up to that half-time hoot. Good set of six by Bradford. Sheffield unlucky there that David Fraisse in that offside position, but Dave Watson, from that quick play of the ball, Bradford had to do the set of six, and a nice little one-handed pass that brought the supporting Trevor Clark, and Clark crashing over under the post. So that'll be a good model booster for Bradford to go into the dressing room at half-time, pulling 4 points, plus the 2 from Derek, 6. So as we approach that half-time, Sheffield 18, Bradford Northern 6.
Yeah, and just as at Odsall, Bradford just picking that 6 points up just before half-time to just scramble them back in the game. And you can see that the Sheffield Eagles, the Eagles players are a bit disappointed with that. But that was David Watson at his very, very best. Just took a tap. The old Sheffield line was in front of him, but somehow engineered a try-scoring pass to Trevor Clark. So Dixon working the ball away. This is probably the last set of the game. This is Powell, tackled by Carr. Gratian Grayson keeps going. Well, the Eagles haven't found out a way to tackle Paul Grayson yet. They're not sure whether to go underneath or go on top. Fairbank hands one off to Hamer. He's tackled by Grimaldi. Powell. Tackled by Thompson. There goes the hooter. And it's play on. No, you don't play to the hooter. You play to the whistle. You don't play to the hooter, Malcolm. You play to the whistle. The hooter's gone, which is unusual in British Rugby League, because normally timekeepers wait to the next stoppage of play after time and then blow. Whereas in Australia they blow right on time. It's unusual in our game to see that situation happen.
Certainly is, yeah. The hooter going there, and Dave Watson trying to chip that ball through. He knew what had happened, and all right, because you say playing to the whistle, but a good half by Sheffield, and deservingly going in that 12 points in front.
Yeah, great game of great 40 minutes of rugby league, and I should say this is the Eagles' biggest crowd of the season, and appreciated by both sets of supporters.
Yeah, one of the things we found with Bradford, with them being up there at the top of the division, we've got a very, very good travelling away support. Wednesday night, a dark and horrible cold night, we took nearly 1,000 over to Norton Park, and of course this is a big thing for rugby league. Bradford Northern gets up 60% this year, but on today's performance Northern are going to have to improve if they're going to maintain this away support.
So join us for the second half of what should be a further 40 minutes of scintillating First Division rugby.
So just one change in the second half as Carr goes off and Hughes comes on in place of him as Derek Fox starts that second half, and Sheffield, Hughes getting his first touch of the ball. Good drive out there up to the 22 as that ball bobbling about there as referee Colin Morris signals back to one as the Bradford player there tried to hook that ball forward. And I'd like to have been a fly on the wall in the dressing room at half-time, Mick, with what Peter Fox would have had to say.
Well, I'd like to in both dressing rooms, and just wondering what the Sheffield players were thinking about just giving that 6 points away, thinking, aye, here we go again, and just wondering what instructions Peter had to his players. It's a fascinating game, isn't it, when you start thinking about it?
Well, yeah, good psychological time for Northern to come back. A little knock on there, and referee just spotting that. And a cheer goes up from the Bradford contingent. Yeah, we're just saying that Bradford coming back on half-time, and it's a good psychological time for any team to score, to go into that dressing room when you've been down and out, and just hoping to put the game together in the second half.
Which has more significance in this match, of course, Malcolm, because of what Bradford did when they came back from the dead at Odsal Stadium. So that just puts that doubt in the Eagles players' minds.
That's right, and of course Paul Newlove now on the break, and I remember the last time we came to Sheffield, David Hobbs kicking 2 penalties, and Sheffield going out that day as well, one from the halfway.
Yes, that's right, yeah. It was Richard Price that kicked it out on the full, and that again let Bradford really off the hook when Sheffield had done everything to win the game.
So what we need now is the Bradford Northerners running as Northern with the option. Carl Fairbank drops a good ball inside to Watson. Watson from broken play, he's got supporting Powell, and it's Brian McKebby, not Roy Powell. That's a good try, that's what Bradford needed into this second half. But once again, it was that full-back Dave Watson from the broken play, a quick play of the ball, and Brian McKebby coming in the support there and gets Northern's all-important second try of the game that brings them back into this. And Sheffield a little bit lax there, Mick, as Northern coming back strongly.
Well, I wouldn't put that down to bad defence, Malcolm. I mean, Carl Fairbank hit the line hard and strong and got a perfect ball off to Watson, who hit the right line, accelerated into the gap. Northern defence got to Watson, cut him down. But again, Watson manufactured a brilliant pass to Kebby. Just one-handed ball and hung it out on the washing line, lifted it up to Kebby, then it was all over.
So yeah, good try for Northern, and Derek Fox adding the further 2 points on there, but Dave Watson got Northern out of jail 1 or 2 times this season, and Northern pulling back now, just 6 points adrift. It's Eagles 18, Northern 12, and we've only played some 2 minutes in this second half. And a big cheer going up there as Warrington score coming over the PA, losing 10-0 at half-time, but the all-important one is Bradford Northern here at the Don Valley Stadium this afternoon. Need to get back into that game as Eagles restart. Derek Fox on to Roy Powell as Powell will take the drive up out of his own 22. Fox bringing the runners on. Sheffield up to the tackling. Roy Powell once again, tireless worker Roy Powell in the Bradford attack, but also in the defence as Trevor Clark quickly from the acting half-back, but that's a good tackle by Gamson. Or was it Maguire on that little run round again with Derek Fox as Fox decides to take them on, but Bradford need to move this ball out wide. We're on the 5th tackle. Watson not normally the kicker, and Watson taken out there, but referee saying play on as that ball's picked up by David Plange, and Plange not being able to get away from the tackle of Roy Powell. And once again, Mick, we saw a little bit of an incident there that Watson, not normally a kicker, and just taken out a little bit there. Yeah,
just a bit of a late tackle from Ian Hughes then, looking to get away with it.
So Faddle taking the drive up for Sheffield, back towards the halfway line. Bradford need to keep Sheffield in the middle of the park there and make them kick on the 6th tackle as that's good running by Sheridan. Sheridan's in the gap. Sheridan's turned Roger Simpson. Sheridan going for the try line. The ball out. And that's a good try. What a try. Length of the field there. Bradford turned inside out there. All started from that Faddle break. Sheridan, as we said earlier on, a star of the future, good player, took the ball right across the park. And Price it was who took the final pass to evade that last tackle. So Bradford back to square one. It's Bradford 6, Sheffield 6 in this second half, and a little huddle under the post there, but super football there, Mick, by Sheffield.
Absolutely, and Ryan Sheridan, what a player he's going to be. That was a terrific break. It would have been very easy for Ryan Sheridan then to put his head down and think he'd got lost. It looked as though he'd run into Brian Daly, but he didn't. He kept his head up, kept his vision, and got a beautiful pass off to Richard Price. 2-on-1 situation. Price just showed the ball, then went through the gap. Terrific play.
I think if we look back on the previous matches, Bradford and Sheffield, Price always had a big game against Bradford Northern. I know last time I was down here, he scored a couple of good tries that kept Sheffield in the game, and seems to raise his game against Bradford. And a good conversion attempt there by Mark Aston. So Bradford with that 12-point deficit now, so need to get the game back into gear. 24-12 to the Eagles, and we played some 7.5 minutes in this second half.
Well, Richard Price has been in exceptional form all season. He's one of those unsung heroes, is Richard Price. He's a top professional, he's a top club man, and he comes up with game after game after game that's really solid. But he's just lifted his game up a gear this season, and he's played well right from day one.
Okay, Mick, so from the kick-off, Sheffield bringing the ball out again, driving out with the forwards, and little darting run once again from acting half-back there. This is an area that Bradford Northern need to work on, getting caught out quite often. It's Maguire going over the halfway line and losing the ball there, and referee spotting the knock-on, giving no advantage. So down we go to scrum, just inside the Bradford half of the field. Head and ball to Bradford Northern, so chance for Northern with a set of 6. Fox, the ball in, out to Watson, who's in that standoff position. Watson with the little plan move, and there's New Love going at pace, but well back by David Fraisse. Fraisse sets off up the far side, gets out of one tackle, but that's a little planned move by Bradford that sometimes catches them unawares, but David Fraisse doing well there to get back, Mick.
Yes, he read that very well. You could see the kick coming. The Bradford backs really got into top gear, perfectly executed, but David Fraisse, aware of the situation, dealt with it very, very well. Not only got to the ball, but then picked another 30 metres up.
And for a big man, he's got a lot of pace.
For a big man, he's an awful lot of pace, and awful quick too. He's very quick into his stride.
So it's Sheffield back with the ball now. They're on the halfway line. Once again, it's Jackson from the acting half-back, but a good hit there by Carl Fairbank. Sheffield looking to move the ball. Little dummy by Aston as Aston drills the ball into the corner, and that finds touch on the 10-metre mark. So down will go to scrum, but Sheffield once again putting the pressure on Bradford Northern in the opening quarter of an hour of this first half, second half. And the attendance just flashed up on the scoreboard there, 4,275, so I don't know how that goes with your normal attendances here at the Don Valley, Mick, but 4,275 today's attendance.
I'm surprised at that. It certainly looks a bigger crowd to me, Malcolm, but I can't dispute with anybody because I won't like to do so.
Yeah, of course, everything here at the Don Valley computerised. Bradford come away again with Carl Fairbank looking to get the ball back down in the Sheffield half of the park as Gratian dips the shoulder. Little run round there with Fox, and Paul Gratian looking a little bit leaner from when you last saw him, Mick.
Yes, he looks solid. He's not carrying as much, dare I say, fat as he used to do. He looks more mobile, looks stronger, looks a good player now.
Derek Fox putting the chip over into the corner, and Brimmer Kebby, a good chase there, but that ball finding touch. Probably not emulate his father, but could be a good squad member of the Bradford pack.
Yeah, well, he's reaping the rewards for it now. He's in the first team and he's playing well. That's what you get for the effort.
So it's Sheffield with the forwards now looking to drive this ball out of their own 20-metre area. Faddle, strong, running loose forward for the Eagles, gets up to that 22-metre line as the Eagles supporters get behind them, and this is always nice to see, and a mistake there, the ball swept up by Roy Powell. So Bradford with a chance now to back in front as Trevor Clark goes from acting half-back, but good tackle on Clark there as the gap opened by Bruce Maguire, and Dixon crashing over there. That was a good running drive by Paul Dixon. Dixon coming from deep, just catching Sheffield unawares, and Dixon reduces those arrears by a further 4 points. But Bradford not going to write them off yet, Mick. It's end-to-end stuff, but a good try there by Paul Dixon using his strength.
Oh, well, that's a typical Paul Dixon try. He took the ball on the angle, came back in the ruck, picked a man out, went at the man, hit him with power, dislodged the man from the try line and backed the ball down. You know, terrific play from the second rower. And that all came, of course, from a cock-up with Bruce Maguire and Alex Thompson. Put the ball down, but neither of them really went to recover the ball. Roy Powell recovered.
Well, Derek Fox got his kicking boots on there. Gets another 2 points for Bradford Northern, so what a good high-scoring game we have in prospect here. We're coming up to midway through the second half, but Eagles still in the front, 24-18. So David Heron coming back on the park, and Paul Gratian having a little bit of a rest there. He played the last 4 games in the last 14 days that Bradford Northern had, so Peter Fox just switching the players round a little bit, and Dave Heron probably go into the pack, into that loose forward position, and big Roy Powell, the man who picked that loose ball up that enabled Bradford to get back within 6 points of the Eagles. Roger Simpson from the acting half-back. Simpson setting off, but well attended there by 3 of the big Sheffield forwards. Simpson with that explosive start as Dave Watson. Watson once again looking to make the half break. Quick play of the ball as Trevor Clark comes from the acting half-back. Clark to bottle up there by Faddle. Just inside his own half as Derek Fox. Fairbank at pace again, but Fairbank not able to offload this time, as the last tackle signal by the referees. Fox puts that little angle kick across the face of the Sheffield defence, but well taken by Stott on that far side. So Sheffield back in their own 22, looking to drive out now with Mark Gamson, and good running there by Gamson, good yardage made. Next 10, 15 yards. So Bradford need to have the chasers up now, and Sheffield switching the play about, making good yardage towards that halfway line. Maguire up to the halfway line. He's halted there. Little chip over the top into space by Mark Aston, and Roger Simpson a long way back, and 3 Sheffield chasers up there. And Aston the one to pull Roger Simpson down. Neil Summers going across the face, but a lot of movement there as Newlove spins round, gets out of one, Paul Newlove, but just ankle tap there by Grimaldi as the gap had opened up, and Newlove looked to be in the clear as Watson drops the ball inside to Heron. Heron props, steps out of one, up to the halfway line. It's 4 tackles gone now for Bradford Northern, but end-to-end stuff here at the Don Valley. Big Roy Powell, a big fella, driving in again. Last tackle signal now by Colin Morris, so Bradford need the guile of Fox now. Fox puts the high ball into the Sheffield skies. The chases up again, and Carl Fairbank it was that took Gamson out there, but Gamson took that ball well under pressure as Faddle, little step inside from that play of the ball, got out of the clutches of Derek Fox. So Sheffield moving the ball out. David Fraisse again, this time Daddle Shelford making sure that he put his hands on his opposing centre. Bad mistake again by Sheffield. Mark Thompson it was. Are we going to see the same sort of thing, Sheffield? The errors seem to be creeping in a little bit, Mick, in the second half. Yeah, well, that's the second ball they've turned over in that position, and unfortunately Alec Thompson being involved in both incidents. You really can't afford to do it at this stage of the game. You think Gary Hetherington might substitute him, or who have we got on the bench? I don't think so. I think we've 2 injured men on the bench, Malcolm. He wouldn't have taken Paul Carr off unless he was injured, and Daryl Powell suffering from an Achilles tendon injury. So it's Roger Simpson from the acting halfback. A little bit of a mix-up there as Dave Watson wanted to play that ball quick, but Bradford on the 20-metre mark now. John Hamer taking the drive. That's a good drive towards the post, and this time we'll probably see a move by Bradford Northern as the options come on. It's Dixon again on the drive from deep, but 4 Sheffield defenders there halt the progress of Paul Dixon. Derek Fox looking to go over on his own from that acting half-back, sold the dummy, but Faddle it was that held him up. Heron, long ball out, that's well taken by Roger Simpson as Simpson loses the ball there, but referee spotting that ball travelled forward. Looked to me as though it gone back a little bit, but that'll be the handover to Eagles. It was on the 6th tackle, so the chance of Bradford levelling the scores gone a little bit. So Sheffield will look to drive this ball towards the halfway line. It's Thompson making sure he's hanging on to the ball this time. Ian Hughes on the part, and he takes a good drive forward. Once again from that little dot around the play of the ball then. Lee Jackson. Faddle dips the shoulder, but that's a good tackle there by Dave Watson on the big Sheffield loose forward as Sheffield come up the short side. Sheridan chips one over the top. Roger Simpson a little bit undecisive there as it was Trevor Clark who got back to that ball. So Northern now need to drive this ball deep into the Sheffield half of the field. Watson drops the ball off inside to Newlove. Newlove into space. Paul Newlove, he's got Kebby on the outside. Gives the ball to Brian McKebby, and Kebby streaking away for the 2nd try of the game. And once again, the class of Paul Newlove showed once again, as he did on Wednesday night, over at Norton Park, prizing a big gap, but what a player this Paul Newlove is, Mick.
Well, you may not believe this, I was just sat here, just thinking at that very moment that we hadn't seen a lot of Paul Newlove, and he's bound to do something in the game. And just as we did, Watson got the ball to him, and again, Newlove, nothing on when he got the ball, cleared all the defence and give a running try to Kebby. Bradford coming back from that big deficit. Are we going to see history repeat itself as it did earlier on in the season at Oxford Stadium? This is what you call an incident-packed game, Malcolm. You were amazed then that we'd only been playing 15 minutes. That came from a Ryan Sheridan short kick, with it was a very good kick, which Simpson gathered just in front of his own try line, and from there Bradford Northern broke out and scored the try. This is incident-packed, end-to-end rugby league at its best. And of course this is what rugby league's all about. This is what we want to see. Good play. Anybody in the world will want to see this. Any sports fan in the world will want to see games like these. So it's Bradford on the attack again as John Hamer takes the drive up there as the ooze go up a little bit from the crowd. Here's Fox, little switch there with Heron. Heron drops the ball inside to Dixon. Dixon bounces out, spins out of one. Dixon selling the dummy again as Dixon brings Neil Summers onto the ball, but Summers not really running at pace there, but good play by Paul Dixon as Northern back on the attack again as Fox puts the little chip over the top. That's in the space for Carl Fairbank. Bradford on the ball, but referee spotting the knock on there as that clever little kick over the top by Derek Fox that brought Carl Fairbank on, but down will go to scrum, and that'll be head and ball to Bradford Northern. So bit of a strange decision there by Colin Morris. I could have sworn the Bradford player knocked it on, Mick. Well, no comments. I thought Carl Fairbank was offside. He was definitely in front of Derek Fox when Derek Fox turned it over. So it's Bradford with another chance, another set of sixes. Watson coming running from deep. Watson just collared there as Northern moved the ball. It's Newlove on the far side. Newlove dipping the shoulder, using his strength, but Newlove halted just 2 or 3 yards short. And it looks like Newlove lost the ball there, has he? Or the referee just pulling Anthony Faddle out. So it must have been a little bit of a foul there that we couldn't see. It'll be a penalty to Bradford Northern as Colin Morris just having a word with Anthony Faddle for that infringement on Paul Newlove as Newlove was dipping his shoulder going towards that line. So Bradford will drop the ball back a little bit, give them a little bit of space. Derek Fox giving the instructions there to Trevor Clark. Bradford come with the runners again as John Hamer driving up. Hamer just 2 yards short of that Sheffield try line. Big Roy Powell, but the defence out very, very quickly on the big fella for Bradford Northern. Watson flips the ball up there, but Bradford not able to get this ball away from the ruck there as Derek Fox onto Heron. Heron drops the ball inside, and what a try! Brian McKebby again, as he does that little dance, that little jig, up the touchline, punching the air, and it was Derek Fox again, slipped the ball through, Kebby coming off the far wing, and Kebby goes over. That's his third try of the afternoon, a hat-trick for Brian McKebby. Northern edging to the lead for the first time here at the Don Valley, but Sheffield look a little bit tired to me now, Mick. I wonder if the heads have gone down a little bit so far in front, and obviously Bradford playing well and coming back. Well, I don't think so myself, Malcolm. I don't like to dispute with you. They've done everything right. They've defended well. They've held the line well, and Bradford had a lot of pressure, put a lot of forward charges on. They got to Newlove then, but the penalty just gave Bradford another set of 6, and that was wonderful football. I mean, perfect pass. Was it David Erin who just put that little pass into Kebby, and Kebby really can move. And it was 4 points, well 6 points now as Derek Fox has kicked it. You know, excellent football. I wouldn't crib Sheffield at all. I think probably during the half time as well, looking at Bribber Kebby,
he's moving about the park. Derek Fox must have given him a free rein, spotted some sort of weakness possibly where Kebby could exploit with his pace, and obviously it's paid off with 3 tries this afternoon.
Yes, certainly. Kebby showed what a good player he is, what a good poacher he is, and you know, it's wonderful fare.
So from the kick-off, Fox picks the ball up, brings the big fella on, but good tackle there by Lee Jackson as Dave Watson once again at the first receiver bounces off of one, but this time no way through as the oohs and ahs go up a little bit there. It looked to me like the knees went into the back as Watson was down, but Bradford bringing the ball away again with the forwards. Yeah, and Paul Carr back on the field, so Grimall be gone off in the excitement there as Trevor Clark had a good game from the acting half-back today, brought the ball forward for Bradford Northern, but once again with 6 tackles signalled, and Derek Fox will put the kick into the corner. That's a good ball deep into the Sheffield half, and bouncing in, a little bit of luck there. That looked to me as though it's going to go straight into goal, out dead, and that ball just standing up on its point, bouncing in over the corner flag. So Bradford driving that ball with that good kick by Derek Fox back into the Sheffield 20-metre area, but of course the all-important heading ball to Sheffield is Mark Aston just appealing to the referee that the pack's not straight, he can't get the ball in, so referee has them going down again. That ball not even touched the pack then, and Colin Morris halting play. So once again the ball, as we don't see in scrums, and Mick, I remember going back a lot of years, scrums are not like they used to be now at rugby league, and it's a sad sight really.
Well, again, I have to disagree with you totally. I think it's right now. The ball doesn't get tied up in the scrums. The ball gets away from the base of the scrums. The backs and the standoffs, the centres get the balls on 90% of scrums. So that'll do for me. I don't care if it's not put in straight, as long as we see the ball.